What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to today's video. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am me, Joey, and today an awesome video planned for you. I'm gonna be telling you my top 5 things that I've learned in my 20s. No, I'm not 30 yet. I'm only 26, but I've done a lot of growing really in the past like 4 years. And I want to share with you some of the top 5 things that I think have really helped me exceed to that next level of growth. And right off the bat, I'm going to give you my first tip, my first thing that I've learned in my 20s. And it's something that if you take this, take it to heart right now, build towards this in the coming future, I promise you your overall life happiness will be so much greater in just a few years. And that is, no matter what age you are watching this right now, find your passion. What are you passionate about? It could be building things, helping other people, thinking critically, or just challenging yourself in specific ways. But the second part of this, the almost more important part of this, is how can you make that passion your career? So I've had a couple big passions in my life. 1, obviously being fitness, 2, helping other people, and 3, building things and being creative. I'm currently fulfilling almost all of those things right now with my current job and with filming YouTube on the side. I'm able to help people build things, be creative, and think critically in my everyday life. Once you're able to find these passions, once you're able to harness these passions and find a career that helps fit that, you'll find that 1, you enjoy your work, your job, whatever you are earning money from, so much more, and 2, it doesn't feel like work because you're just having fun. So that is tip number 1. So very important. Definitely take that one to heart. One thing I have not learned in my 20s is how to not let things sit. I am very low on gas and my tire pressure light is on. So definitely need to get that fixed before literally anything else. $104 in gas. RIP to my wallet for the rest of this weekend. Just finished up a little bit of work, so now I can officially end my day. And now that's done, getting ready for the gym. That brings me on to tip number 2 that I've learned in my 20s. And that's kind of a 2-part, but overall it is, you always want to look your best because you never know who you're going to run into and what that person may do for you later on in the future. The first part of this is very simple. You want to look your best. You want your first impression that you meet someone with to be a very good impression. And that is why I decided to partner up with T. Chanley to be the sponsor of today's video. If you don't know, you've just been living under a rock all this time, T. Chanley has made the simplest, the most effective skincare routine for men that I personally have ever seen, but I think is just out there in general. Not only does T. Chanley have some really incredible high quality products, they also make it super simple by giving you a card in each box that you receive that'll tell you exactly how much and when to use each thing you get from them. For example, their level 1 kit will come with an AM moisturizer, a PM moisturizer, the AM with SPF 20, the PM to help you moisturize throughout the night, a daily face wash to wash your face, and a very important one for me recently when I had that really bad sunburn, they give you a 2 times exfoliating scrub, and that exfoliating scrub really helped get a lot of the dead skin off my face off after that sunburn. And because T. Chanley is sponsoring today's video, we've worked out a great deal. You're gonna get the best price possible, get started for just $25, and receive a free gift in your first box. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Sign up below. There's gonna be a link in the description and a pinned comment if you wanna go check them out. So taking care of your face, your skin is an incredible way to boost your confidence, 1, and 2, make sure you make a good impression on people that you're just meeting. Another good way to take care of your body is, well, going to the gym. And I'm about to head to the gym, but first I need a pre-workout snack. And for today's snack, we have something that we got at Walmart. This is the Chomps original turkey flavor. This thing right here only has 60 calories with 10 grams of protein. So imagine you have 2 of these to make up like a protein bar worth of protein for only 120 calories. Pretty solid. But how does it taste? Quite the good looking stick here. Let's give it a bite. So is this as good as a Slim Jim? Not quite. Is it good? Yeah, it's pretty freaking good. It definitely tastes like a healthy Slim Jim. Doesn't have quite as much spice. Definitely doesn't have as much as that like fatty oil. I don't know the last time you had a Slim Jim, but something that sticks in my mind vividly from eating them is whenever you eat them, your like tongue kind of slides across the roof of your mouth because of how fatty the meat is. You don't get this at all with eating a chomp, and I really, really enjoy that feature of eating it, I guess. Now it is a little bit drier. It also is a lot bigger than a normal Slim Jim too. So for me, the flavor is good. The dryness is not that bad. The not having the fattiness is incredible. The macros are stupidly good. I'm gonna rate this as I were to rate a protein bar. And honestly, this would get a high rating, right around like an 8.9. So definitely if you guys have chomps, try them out. I guess I'm gonna have to try out the Epic stuff too because they're very similar to this. So look out for that in an upcoming video / TikTok / reel / YouTube short. How annoying is that? By the way, would you guys rather see this kind of like review stuff in shorts, AKA like TikToks, or do you like watching them in videos like you're watching right now? Let me know in the comments down below, but for right now, I'm gonna eat this and head to legume. Quality little back and by day going on today. And I don't know why everyone's hating on C4. And yes, I agree. If you're getting the basic like bare bones C4 or C4 Sport, it's a terrible pre-workout. But when you get into something like this C4 Dynasty, the serving size is 28.4 grams. That's like a scoop of protein size serving size. This is a very, very highly and well dosed pre-workout. So you guys in the comments giving me shit about it, I don't know what to tell you.
Suck a fat one.
And no, this is not in any way sponsored by C4, but I do think this specific pre-workout by them is a good one. The price is horrible. In fact, I recommend not buying it, but it is pretty good. So 1 scoop in the water bottle, about a 1/8 of a scoop in the face. And for gum today, going with a classic, just the Mentos Pure White. All right, 10 minutes on the Stairmaster done. A little bit of foam rolling, getting the back rolled out. Now we're gonna be doing about 2 to 3 sets of a warm up, high to low cable row. Literally just going through the motions, getting the muscle warmed up. I'm a big proponent on trying to fully warm up before you get into your sets because I've been dealing with a couple injuries that are directly related to not warming up properly. All right, first main movement is gonna be the T-bar row. Real focus here is gonna be full range of motion reps. Definitely don't wanna pack the weight on too much and sacrifice form here. Solid 4 sets of 12 reps for an insane lat burn. We're now working into our first superset. This one's going to be with a low cable row. Single arm, focusing on really getting that tension at the end of the rep and then slowly, eccentrically releasing it. And we're gonna come up and superset that with a cable face pull. You should be able to see the middle of the rope at the end of the rep right next to your eyes. That way you know you're doing it correct. All right, up next, working into lat pull downs. Now we're using this lat pull down machine that honestly I'm not a huge fan of. I just don't really like, one, the weight path and the resistance is kind of just spotty, but there were no lat pull down machines available, so this is the one that we're using. Either way, focusing on high reps here, still getting a very good stretch, but really focusing on time under tension and overall reps. All right, now we're gonna be finishing out back with, you can call these cable pull-ins or cable paddles, lat paddles, whatever you want to call them. But pretty much what we're doing is focusing on the upper lat here, trying to get a very good squeeze at the end of the rep. And honestly, this happens just to be one of my favorite lat exercises overall. All right, and the last set we are doing here is going to be a bicep superset. Now the main point we're going for here is we're going to start with spider curls, which is going to put a lot of tension on the peak of your bicep, really growing that overall, like, I guess you can call it the lumpiness or like the overall size of the peak of your bicep. And then we're gonna come straight into a highly supinated alternating dumbbell curl. Focus here is extremely on the long head of the bicep. So really building the whole length of the bicep, adding some width to it as well. I tell you right now, this superset is an absolute killer and an absolute definite must try next bicep day. All right. Workout done, pretty solid workout as well, but very hard for me to focus during this workout because I was getting bombarded with text about what we're gonna do for New Year's, what my friend group wants to do for New Year's. Are we gonna go to like Mexico? Are we gonna go to Texas, maybe in Miami? And that perfectly leads me into my third point, and that is money comes and goes. Yes, it is important to save money. Yes, it is important to set aside something in case of emergencies, but you need to take those trips. You need to go on those adventures. You need to have those crazy life experiences in your 20s before you have a ton of responsibility on your plate. I know it may seem like you have a lot right now, but I promise you, as you get to your mid to late 20s, the responsibility piles on and on and on. If you have the opportunity, if you have any money to put towards going on that trip, that road trip, that spontaneous trip, go with your friends. Say yes, hop in the car and go. I personally feel like I may have missed out on a couple really awesome lifelong memories, experiences, because I just wanted to, I don't know, buy a new set of shoes or wanted some new fancy electronic. If I would have put that money to just going on that one trip with my friends, I would have so many more incredible memories in my 20s, and that I honestly really do regret. So I know it seems like you have a ton of responsibilities right now. I know it seems like you don't have any money to be spending right now. You can make it work. It always works out. I really think it is super important to get out there and experience life while you can. Oh, baby, I cannot wait to shove this down my throat. Oh, we have a delectable dinner right here, and it actually is a little bit of a throwback to 12 hours ago. It's breakfast for dinner. And if you're wondering what this recipe is, I talked about it in my last video, which went over everything that I'm doing in my current main gaining phase. So definitely a good video to check out if you want to watch it after this one. But this is breakfast tonight, or dinner tonight, if you want to call it that. Only difference is, instead of having water like I typically would, I'm having one of these. This is one of the new Bud Light Seltzer. This is their maple pear flavor, and it's pretty solid. I would not say it's as good as their Bud Light Seltzer Retro Summer Pack. That pack was on point. But the best two flavors out of the pack, if you're wondering right now, is maple pear, which I'm gonna finish up right now. And the pumpkin spice flavor. Yeah, definitely two favorite flavors of the pack. I actually assessed a rating of all these on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely check that out. You get a lot of behind the scenes information on my YouTube videos, a lot of helpful hints, and you get to see stuff before I post it here on YouTube. So here's to dinner. All right, fresh out the shower and probably one of the comfiest outfits you've ever seen. You could have guessed it, both by TLF. These are their varsity shorts, just nice, oversized, kind of baggy, but very, very soft material, as well as their French terry pullover, I think this is what this is called. But one of my favorite hoodies, I went oversized in both of these just for a more relaxed fit, and I cannot stress how comfy these are. As always, there's going to be a code in the description. If you want to use it, you'll save 15% on your TLF order, so definitely check that out. If you want to know what I just took a bite of, it is the Quest peanut butter cups. If you want to know what I thought of them, if I'm going to buy them again, you'll have to check out my TikTok, Reel, YouTube short, all that crap. But I tell you what's not crap is tip number 4 that I've learned in my 20s, and that is that I don't know everything. Especially when I was in my early 20s, I definitely didn't know everything, and I still don't know everything now. Something that I did struggle with a lot in my early 20s is I wanted to act like I knew everything. I wanted to act like I owned the place. I wanted to act like I belonged where I was. Now, whether that be in a friend group or in a business environment, whatever it may be, I never wanted to seem stupid. I never wanted to seem like I didn't care or I didn't know things. So I never asked questions. I never got clarifications on things. I just let people assume that I knew what they were talking about. And I think now in the future, I've realized that's kind of hurt me in a lot of different ways. Not being able to, 1, ask questions, and 2, ask for help has really hurt my professional development as well as my social development. You might not realize this, but people really enjoy helping other people, or at least I've found that. So whenever you ask someone a question, whenever you ask someone for help, you're really building a tighter bond, a tighter relationship with that person, whether it be your boss, a friend, a spouse, or a significant other. Building these tight bond relationships is honestly, I think, one of the biggest key to life, and asking questions and asking for help is where that all starts. So do not be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask for help. And if you guys have any questions for me, I always love responding to Instagram DMs or whatever it may be. So feel free to drop a comment or shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I will try to help you out to the best of my abilities. Not saying I know everything, because I still don't. I still learn new things every day. But I'm gonna finish the rest of this Reese's cup, or actually it's a Quest cup. Definitely check out the video on this because it's interesting, I should say. All right, what are your guys' thoughts on the desk setup in the new office, which literally has nothing besides the bike in it right now and some spare clothes? So I know I talked earlier about how important spending time taking those trips with your friends is, but it is just as important to have some time to yourself as well. And not just to yourself to get some work done, but to actually set yourself aside from work, take a break, and really focus on yourself as far as what are your goals. Goal setting for me has been instrumental in planning my future and then to achieving my future. There's a statistic out there that if you just say what your goals are, either out loud or to someone else, you are 25% more likely to achieve those goals. But if you write down and put that note somewhere visible to you every day, what your goals are, you are 85% more likely to achieve your goals in the future, as long as they are realistic, truthful, and honest with yourself goals. So the way I personally like to set up my goals is I like to have my short term, as in what am I gonna do in the next week to month, my midterm, my within a year typically, and then my long-term, the like 3 to 5 year overall long-term goal for me. So having those 3 set boxes for goals to go in will help you, 1, analyze what your goals are, 2, list them in front of you so you can visually see what you have to accomplish still and what you're currently working towards, and 3, you get the oh so satisfactory feeling of crossing something off that list when you do complete it. And that's why I think goal setting is so important, and something that I wish I would have done when I was a little younger, but starting when I did, it really has helped me quite a bit in propelling my life to the next level. So I hope you guys take these 5 tips if you're in your 20s, if you're in your early 20s, or maybe they're just new tips that you're hearing now, whatever age you may be, and use them in your daily lives. I really do think it'll make a big difference when you look back at yourself in 5 years from now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I hope you use some of these chips. If you want to eat some chips, you can do that too. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to press that thumbs up button down below. If you want to see more videos from me, be sure to become a Suggs subscriber. Join my ever so growing family. Always happy to have you here. And with that, I will be seeing you in the next one. Peace.